Quick introductions.
Okay, I guess quick
Or
introduction.
Because they need to know who's talking, right?
Yeah. If this ever goes.
Well,
out.
Jessie, my friend, my best friend Jessie, she told me that we need to actually send it to her, even if it's not an actual thing. That we just need to send it to her in general.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess we got to introduce the podcast.
Oh yeah, what's up?
Welcome to Is it Milkin' It or Let's Milk It?
I always thought of milking it.
Yeah, I think that's
with
good.
the apostrophe.
Yeah.
Like no G.
You know the
No, it's N
origin
apostrophe.
behind this name.
No. Tell us.
So when you milk something, you get something nourishing out of it, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But then sometimes, you know how strawberry milk was invented?
Okay.
Or
Yeah.
strawberry cows.
Yeah. No.
They fed the cow strawberries.
No, the bad one.
Yeah, with blood.
Like
Yeah.
the disgusting. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh my gosh.
sometimes you'll squeeze things out and you'll come out the wrong way.
Okay.
But hopefully today we'll squeeze the right one.
Okay, do we introduce who's talking right now? Who's
Just
that
stop.
talking right now?
This is Sebastian.
You're.
Me?
You go next. Then.
I go next. I'm Arturo.
Okay, you go next.
I'm Brian.
I'm Amaris. I'm the only girl here.
And I guess we're the hosts of Milkin' It.
Ooh.
Pilot episode.
We're gonna see if it
episode.
goes up or if we just.
See where the ratings go.
Okay, we have to actually start talking.
Yeah, we do. Well, I mean, this is how like podcasts start. You know,
Yeah.
casual talk, and then we go
Casual
straight into the topic.
Chill.
Okay.
Gotcha.
What is today's question, though?
No idea.
So-
you tell me.
But what do we want it to
I
be?
think language should be the start.
Language?
So what you guys have like any like big thoughts you wanted to get off like straight away, or what? Or did you just should we just start with like
Just start
what it's
questions.
good for? What is language good for? Then we can get what it mean, or how do you want to do it?
Just talk, bro. Just talk.
I think language is the ultimate like connecting part in terms of like community.
Okay.
And so I think
Mm-hmm.
that's one of God's purposes for language.
One of God's purposes for language.
Yeah.
Really?
Okay.
Well, if you think about it, like how where language stemmed from, he did it as like a way of like kind of
To
being,
separate us.
Separate us.
But then
Yeah.
it brought us together.
Yeah, and then it brought us together.
Because
Oh, like the Tower of
the whole,
Babel.
that's the whole
Yes.
story of the Bible. It's just
Yeah.
we drift off and then we come back and it's in one epic meeting.
Yeah, and it's so cool.
Okay, so how about when people talk to themselves in their head?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Really?
I don't know.
Oh,
They
when
also
you talk
like what about mute people?
mute people, I wonder if they have like a
I guess
thought.
sign language is a language.
I wonder if they like can hear like their own voice in their head, like mute people.
Well, I think the whole concept is like the reason why we hear our own voice is because we know what our voice sounds like,
I know, but I'm wondering
don't
if they
think- I
like
don't think-
if they come up with their own voice.
or maybe they just picture the sign
Well,
language. in
they
their
can
head.
still hum. They can
Or
still
like
hum.
I know, and like or like what if like people who can't like are deaf, like do they see like some people say that they see words in their head, like in their head they think that like the words
Oh.
instead of like hearing anything, they just see it, you know? And I think that's really cool. Like just like I don't know. And also a question, whenever you're talking and you're thinking in your brain, do you hear your own voice? Do you like a narration, like you hear something, or do you just think it? Like
Oh
do you
yeah. Are you just imagining your voice or
Are
are
you
you
just-
actually hearing
Yeah.
it?
Because some people actually hear it and some people just imagine it. Because personally, I just imagine my voice. I don't actually hear it.
What does that even mean? Like, how do you imagine?
Like as if me talking right now,
Uh-huh.
you'd be hearing that in your head without moving your mouth.
Isn't it crazy how you think and talk at the same time? Like you know what you're gonna say while you're saying it.
I'm saying it
It's
now.
like a simultaneous like action.
Yeah. No. I'm trying to think like how I imagine or actually do it. I think I actually do it. Like
You actually hear yourself?
I can hear myself in my head.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
bro.
That's
One
interesting.
time, like I was like about to nap, and then you hear like you have regular like your regular voice like that you think when you think, and then for some reason you hear like I'll like hear like a random like a loud word in my brain. It'll like wake me up for some reason. It's weird.
It's
We
yours.
gotta pray about that.
Yeah, for real.
We don't know who it may be.
You don't know who it could
Somebody's
be.
knocking at your door.
I know. It's crazy. Oh, sorry. Did we stem off? Were we talking about
Wait,
language?
we're
on language.
Sorry, we're on language. Brian, bring us back together.
Yeah, bring
Yeah.
us back, Brian.
Yeah, I feel like-
that's
But
fine.
yeah, I felt like it was good for the.
It's just to
good for the
show you.
moment, yeah.
This shows you how much we milk it. How much
Yeah,
we
how
actually
much we do
milk the
milk it.
topics. We like down to the grain.
So I think we started that the purpose of language is to communicate with people.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
But then, why do people talk to themselves in their head? So that was the question that I put forward, and then we kind
Yeah, we
of
kind of stemmed off.
stepped off from that.
Why do we talk?
Why do people talk to themselves in their head?
Yeah. Because if
Why
the
do
end
you
goal.
Why do you talk to yourself in your head?
Yeah, you
Well,
have
what
a
do
really-
You want me to answer?
Yeah,
Yes.
I want you to answer.
Okay. So I think, and it's the strangest thing, that I don't know how I feel until I say it. It's the strangest thing. I don't know how to explain it perfectly in words per se, but I don't know that I'm happy until I say to myself, I'm happy. I don't know that I'm sad until I say, man, I feel really sad. I feel like the conversion of my feelings from this abstract thing, like in the realm of the soul, and adding words to it, it makes it so I can understand it. Do you get what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So like you're putting symbols in your head to understand
Mm-hmm.
the future or the future
it's like
outcome.
Is it whenever you say that you have to say it? Do you mean you say it in your head or you say it out loud?
I say it in my head,
You say it in your
but I
head.
definitely do have to say it in some way,
Okay.
and then I'll get it.
Okay, got you.
Mhm.
Interesting.
That's interesting. Well, I think it also stems back to like God saying like there's power
Mhm.
in words.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Bible powerful,
Mhm.
and it's just like.
Sorry.
and it's just it's so funny because people are not gonna know what we're doing.
Yeah,
right
it
now.
was everything was created through words.
Words, exactly.
Okay, yeah.
And that's what I kind of wanted to head off to. It's like language seems to be like the bridge. And remember we talked about the different sorts of realities, right? It seems to be the bridge between the soul reality and the physical reality.
They don't know what you're talking about right now, right?
They don't need to know.
They don't need it.
We'll make it. We can do one.
We might
Keep their
bring it back.
brains pondering.
We'll bring it back next time.
Probably in
This is a
another.
previous conversation we had.
Okay, for the
previous
people who are at home, what you need to know is we guess. It's a
Yeah.
theory. Just a theory. There's 3 realities, and 2 of them, I'm not going to say the third one right now, but 2 of them are
one.
the physical reality and the soul reality. Soul is kind of our thoughts, our feelings. Because, of course, these have to exist somewhere. We can't make anything of our own. So they have to come from somewhere. We think it's the soul reality. And I think that's the big bridge. It's like between taking like our innermost feelings and thoughts and giving words to them to know it ourselves and for other people to know it.
Mhm.
I think that's what language can be, like in the like its essence. It's like, yes, you can communicate with other people. That's like part of it, but it's also communicating with yourself.
Right.
Interesting.
Mhm.
That's
Any
interesting.
input?
I'm trying to think.
No. Let me see. Interesting.
Because that makes me think like, I don't know, like it just makes you think like whenever you like pray a prayer of salvation, that or like whenever like obviously if you're going through something, it makes it easier. Or like the Bible literally tells you to tell someone, like to talk about it, because that helps you kind of like it's just I think God put that in us for that we have to be able to speak about things and like actually say them as well and say them even to ourselves, so that can like create a part of our lives where we can actually start going into growth, you know, like talking helps us grow, like it leads us to growth, you know.
100%.
That's really good.
It
That's really
makes,
good.
it
No,
makes
but-
complete sense though too, because like if God spoke existence into existence, that means that's because existence grows, right?
Mhm.
Or like life grows.
Oh yeah. I get
So
what you're saying.
the fact that His words created growth and everything.
So as we
Yeah.
speak it, we grow it.
like we
Yeah.
can grow with that too,
Mhm.
like as we
Okay.
speak.
I think,
So I guess
yeah.
it's like, yeah, I guess one thing is like internalizing, like talking to yourself internally is one thing. Is like you're acknowledging the fact of, you know, what's going on,
Mhm.
but then vocalizing it, you know, puts it out there to the light. So it's
Right.
kind of like
yeah,
Right.
that. Okay.
yeah.
That's
Okay.
good.
I like
Uh-huh.
that.
I like
Like that.
that. That's good.
Write that down.
Write that down. I can't write that fast. Honestly, we have it on recording. I don't need to write it down.
Yeah, you don't need to record.
But for ourselves.
Yeah.
And we're recording. Oh,
by the way,
we have an
Val-
audience,
We have a
Valerie?
guest.
an audience of
Valerie,
one.
You want to talk? You want to talk a little bit? You
Introduce
want to
yourself, bro.
Do you want to have some input?
introduce yourself? Introduce. I know, but you came in a little late, so you can just say your name. Okay, this is Valerie. This is
Yeah, I mean, the
Valerie.
camera will catch you.
Yeah, the
That's
camera's
fine.
gonna see.
Straight on.
Oh yeah, I forgot there's a camera. Hi.
Wait, are we gonna look like?
Hello.
Are we gonna look like in like a 0.5? Like,
No.
That's
Okay.
death.
Okay, so
she's
she's
asking.
asking.
Yeah, she's asking if like we're talking about positive growth,
Oh yeah,
or is
because
there
words
like
can break
negative
down.
growth? Yes, that's what I'm saying.
I think that okay. This is my theory, you guys shoot down if it's bad or not. I think there's two kinds of negative growth when it comes to language. And we're talking about our growth spiritually and emotionally. The first one is we don't say things. And so that keeps things in the shadows. And that makes it so we have certain impulses that we don't put words to, and that destroys us. And the second one is when we speak things that aren't true, and that makes them true in a way. So when I say, like, when I want to hear a sad song, when I hear a sad song, I feel sad. But it's not that I'm sad, actually sad. It's like a parody of sadness. So I think,
Like, I just want to feel that.
yeah. So I think sometimes there can be that negative growth with language where we can say things are going terrible and bad, but they're not really that bad.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm saying?
because it's like as if like what you put out is what's gonna happen, you know, kind of type of a thing. Like however you,
speak it into
whatever,
existence.
exactly, you're speaking it into existence. So whatever, if you speak that, like that's why even like with certain insecurities that you have, if you think that you like, if you don't think you're beautiful or something, that's why you're supposed to speak that over yourself, or speak that and pray about that and say it out loud. Look in the mirror, wake up every day and be like, I'm beautiful, I'm beautiful, I'm
I think-
beautiful. Because we just have to like, that gets it into our brain, being able to say it like that. And it goes both ways. We could say something bad about ourselves, and that our brain will eventually be like, okay, I'm like this, I'm this way,
Right.
I'm this way, I'm this way.
And also, I think it has to do a lot with the three. Like
Oh
your
my
three,
gosh.
your three have to be aligned. You can't just live in your mind, and you can't just live in your
They're
physical
gonna be
body,
like-
and you can't just live in your spirit.
Yeah.
You have to live in all three to be.
And then they're connected, because this is something that like harkens back to, like, since old time people have been thinking, like, okay, so where is the mind separate from the body? Is the mind actually the body? So
Yeah.
but they have to be connected in some way, because if your mind is separate, your soul is separate from your body, how is your soul controlling your body if they're separate? So they have to be connected.
Yeah. Yeah.
You had something, Valerie?
She said, keep speaking that to existence. Like, where does that cross the line into manifestation?
Oh, okay. So
Oh.
she asked, so how I was talking about speaking it into existence, but where does it cross the line where it becomes like manifestation? I think it's just as long as you keep, because whenever I say like speaking over myself, like about beauty, I think of like the Songs of Solomon. You know, those, and then there's this one verse that talks about she's beautiful and wonderful. And like, that's what I think of. That's what I think of whenever I'm speaking over myself. I'm speaking God's word over myself, who he
Right.
says I am.
So keeping it like it's biblical, like
It's all biblical.
Yeah,
I'm
it's all
not gonna.
biblical.
It never becomes a certain thing where I'm like, you're a millionaire. You're a millionaire. You know, I'm not gonna do that because, like, hopefully I will be one day, God. But that's not what.
Like it
that's
wouldn't be
not
that bad.
what.
It wouldn't be that bad.
yeah, it wouldn't be that bad.
It wouldn't be that bad, but I don't want to do that if that's not what God wants
Yeah,
for my life.
Right,
You
right.
know.
That's good. That's good.
You know, like and obviously I can say I'm beautiful because that's who God says I am. You know, and so that doesn't cross the line. But eventually, like if you're like doing too much, obviously it starts becoming a thing of what you want versus what God says, then you're already crossing the line.
Yeah, right.
Sebastian, you got something?
No. I just have a bunch of notes on like that kind of connection
Okay.
for the next topic.
Oh, for the next
Oh.
For
topic.
the next topic.
Oh, wait.
Well, we gotta wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
She hasn't. Valerie has another question.
You have another question?
About mind, body, soul,
Uh huh.
and they're all connected. What if someone's in a coma?
Wait,
Have you
what?
heard of people in a coma who say they can still hear everything? Their mind is still working, but their physical body isn't.
That's an interesting question. I don't
Well,
know.
Okay,
I
say
don't
what
know
she
if that-
said.
Okay, so it's like she's asking whether someone's in a coma, right? And they can sense everything, and so they're like living only in their mind, but they can't move, and I don't know how to
They can
explain that
hear
question. Get over here and speak it. Speak it into the
Right.
mic so people can hear.
You need to speak. Exactly. So say the question because we might like
And
say it
say
wrong.
into the mic for posterity.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Because she can't hear herself.
Yeah, she can't hear.
And how? It's
Oh,
too
you can,
loud.
you can grab the here.
Oh yeah. I'm like sweating though. My hands are sweaty.
It's fine.
Okay. My question was, since y'all were talking about like the 3-in-1 or whatever, like physical, mind, and soul. If you were in a coma and you were in your mind, where does that like?
So you're saying if one of your three realities
Yeah.
is dormant or something like that?
Well, I think
no,
I think that answers it though. It's
Would
like,
it only be your mind, or would it be mind and soul of your physical body?
Well, I think
or what?
yeah, because if you're in a coma, you're still alive.
Yeah.
It's just dormant.
It's just like
Yeah.
I feel like it's just
Yeah,
like,
like there
it's-
is part of you that is in the physical
but
reality.
I think that's just like your
Yeah.
physical body is just physically cannot move because
Yeah.
of complications.
Mhm.
I think that's what it is.
But you can still like affect the real reality, you know,
Yeah.
kind of.
Because I mean, like, I don't know. I've never been in a coma.
Yeah,
so
no, I can't really
I
speak
can't
on
really.
I
that.
had a friend who was in a coma, dog. It was scary. He like
Are
fell
you-
from a 2-story building.
Are you still friends with this
That's
person?
Yeah,
Terrifying.
he's alive.
Oh, can we ask
Bring him on.
can-
I'm
We,
just
should, we
gonna-
gotta ask him that question.
I don't
We
know.
have to ask him one day.
Well, if it's not like
If
you know,
he-
it's
but
not
what if-
triggering or something.
Obviously.
Okay, no, he's
We don't
fine.
want to. We don't want to bring anything up.
Bring
Any
him
past.
Okay. So
Okay.
should we delve deeper into language, maybe?
Yeah, let's dive deeper into language.
Deeper into language.
Okay.
Wait,
So,
So
maybe we
words
can
have
start with
power.
definitions,
That's
maybe.
like, what
easy.
is language?
What is?
What
okay.
is language?
What is language?
Well, I think, like you said, like a way to communicate with people, obviously,
And ourselves.
and like in ourselves, and to be able to kind of grow with the people by communicating in like either a good way or a bad way.
Mhm. All right.
And then the definition of it that might change after we talk more about it. So.
I think maybe we could stem into like the how.
How is language?
Like how is language?
That's pretty
I know it's hard
good.
to. I know it's hard to articulate. But
How to language?
How to language?
is
How language?
How
do you
is
do?
language?
How do you do?
Like, how do you do language?
Like language is built around definitions and grammar. We talked about
Oh
definitions at
yeah,
one
we
time.
have talked about that.
Then what do the letters mean?
So I remember Sebastian said it's like there's nothing innate in language, right? So it's like it's definitely
I don't know what that word
concepts.
means. Sorry.
Oh, it's like, language itself isn't meaningful.
Oh yeah.
Like
We
the
add
the
meaning.
sounds,
Yeah, we
the
do.
sounds, and we
There's-
add meaning to them.
Yes.
Okay,
I think that's
Well,
the
it
connection
depends.
from soul to body.
that's definitely the
Our
connection
soul
from
gives
soul to
meaning
body.
to our body.
Yeah,
Well, it
you're
also
right.
depends too, because obviously, like the words that God says are meaningful, and they're not like sound, like they're not just random sounds. They're meaningful, and like that's what they are. You know, like the
Mhm.
word God, it's powerful. The word of it, it's not like a word that we made up. It's like a powerful word, and like it's a word that a lot of people can understand and know, and they understand the power behind it. You know.
Hmm.
Because there's like when you say like I get that for like words like the or for, but like words that come from the Bible that are like powerful, like just words that straight like Yeshua and words like that, like those are like powerful, beautiful words with meaning behind the letters, behind everything, behind all of that, you know?
Mhm. Oh, okay, and I'd say that that's
So I think there's like a hierarchy.
It's definitely like the power of the word depends on the nature of what it's describing,
Mm.
right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's how
Okay,
it
that's
is.
good. Yeah. I get that.
You get what I'm saying?
I get that.
Okay, so this is something that I've been delving in a lot too.
Red apple, the forbidden fruit.
No, this is something I've been delving into a
Okay,
lot,
dive into it.
and like in my own thing, and then I wanted to like on the
On the
rapid
next topic?
fire. Rapid
Oh.
fire. I wanted to do this, but I'm doing it right now. I'm gonna splurge on it now. Okay. So in Genesis chapter 2, right?
Okay.
Chapter 2, verses like the teens, like 16 through 18, something like that.
Check.
So chapter 1 is speed run, first 7 days of the creation, right?
Mm-hmm.
God makes the world, 6th day, he makes man and woman. Chapter 2 goes back. It goes back in time, 6th day. And Adam is alone. That's a big sound. And so Adam is alone in that part, right?
Uh-huh.
And God realizes, man, it's not good that this man's alone. You know what? I'm going to take
Oh.
all the animals and present them in front of him. And he's going to give them names. And remember when we talked about names reveal the character of the thing it describes.
Mhm.
And so none of the animals have that name partner. None of the animals have the name wife. None of the animals have the name woman. Because Adam is able to see them for what they really are.
Animales.
Animals and not partners.
Right.
Because it says that he found no like partner suitable for him. And he's only able to see the truth. Like imagine if that was today, right?
Mhm.
Like now everyone's saying, "Oh, dog's a man's best friend." What if Adam was like, "Oh man, this dog, this is
my
gonna be
partner."
this is my partner."
That's
That's
scary.
my
So
dog.
he's able to see the truth because he is with God in the Garden of Eden.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
in his presence.
Yeah, that's good.
Mhm.
Okay.
And so I
Doesn't-
think
doesn't Jesus say something like that? He's like, since I'm with the Father, I know I forgot.
Look it up right now. While we have time.
Fact check.
No, but basically, like, if you think of it, Jesus and Adam are the same thing, but in reverse. Because
That's true.
Adam was created from spirit into creation, and then it was opposite for Jesus. Jesus was created into creation it was from creation and then breathe spirit in.
Mhm.
So it's creation first, then spirit. And with Jesus, opposite, he was conceived through spirit and then into a creation. So it's like the reverse.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Reversal.
All right, Brian.
Crazy.
So I was gonna say, and so
Jesus, that's what I was looking for.
dang, I was lost more than I thought for a second. Okay. So that's why important. Like language is so important because it feels like how we see things determines on what words we use, and we can only use the right words if we're in God's presence constantly, all the time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like sometimes this world today is attacking language.
Right.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you.
Maybe I should
Get
hand
you.
it to someone else. I feel like I've talked
No,
for
no,
a bit
you-
too long.
No,
Keep going, keep going.
keep going. I'm
like-
interested.
Yeah.
I'll talk. I have a thought, but I think I need to hear more.
Yeah, I think that's all I got to say.
No, but
Really?
I like that. That he knew because he was with God.
Uh-huh.
And wait, but what do the names mean? So he just described. So do you think their names were just describing them, right?
Yeah, because that's how God's
like-
names work, right? In
It's
the
like
Old
that
Testament.
looks like a zebra.
Mhm.
I'll call it that.
like Jehovah
You know-
Rapha, I mean healer, and then Elohim, that just means God, and then Adonai means Lord, and then
Yeah,
all
they're
these
just,
other
it's just
names.
them describing who he is.
Yeah,
Like,
describe. So it's like in the Old Testament, that's what names mean. It's not like a label. It's like what is it, and then that's
it's
the
because
name.
it's kind of
So it's like their
interesting.
name was their definition in a
yeah,
way.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Their,
And then
their
that's
name was their
why-
identity.
That's why there are a lot of names that like have like meaning. Like my name in Hebrew, Amaris, it means promised by God.
That's
And
pretty
so
good.
like I know it's pretty good. My parents did great on that one.
Good job,
but-
good job,
Shout out
Eddie.
to the parents.
Yeah, to the parents. No, but like it's just interesting, and obviously, I just want to talk about the Hebrew language because of how rich it is. Like that's
Mhm.
like I don't know if you want to talk about it, but that's like low key the OG language, a little bit.
Low
Like,
key
that,
the OG.
that is low key
You know
the
what's really
OG
funny? Hold on.
language.
What do you think of the OG language?
Okay, that's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, okay, at the Tower of Babylon, what was the universal language that everybody was speaking?
Yeah, what was everyone speaking
what was
together?
everybody speaking?
I have
Before
no
I think they
idea.
were all speaking
Wait,
Hebrew.
was it like Ooga Booga or was it actually like intellectual?
I'm pretty sure it was intellectual.
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Because when you read the Old Testament in Hebrew, I've never read it, but like I've heard people like all the quotes are
Yeah.
very like noun. There's no like in between.
There's no connecting.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think they needed that back then. I don't think
But
they
then-
needed. They weren't so worried about grammatically correct because they could all speak it. You know, like
Yeah.
grammatic.
But then again,
It's
this
all
is
about-
also
it's all
also in
about-
Hebrew,
Huh?
there's like things where like I saw this video. It's like when you read Hebrew, it doesn't look the same. But when you know the whole language, you can like see like which verbs. Or like 'cause some words will look the same as others, but some of them are like verbs and some of them are not. But you can't really tell until you like fully like know the language.
And then you can look at it and be able to tell.
Yeah, and so that's why it's like these to us when we translate Hebrew, it'd just be like just word. But then like when you read it in Hebrew, it like flows more fluently.
Interesting.
it's like what Hebrew has like what's it called, like picture based like lettering or
Oh
something like
yeah.
that,
Uh-huh.
I think so. Something like that.
something like that. You were saying?
I forget what I was gonna say. Oh, it's like it seems like language is all about carrying. Oh, that was terrible, right? I know. I feel sorry for that.
What?
Just he,
feel like I like
no,
doing
it's
a
because
mini
he
burp.
it's because he opened his laptop
What?
and he had chess.
Okay.
My bad.
All right.
No, I wasn't letting you right.
But yeah, it seems like so language carries meaning, right? That's what it's supposed like. It transfers meaning that I have to you.
Yeah.
It's
So-
the
And that's
it's the,
so
It's
interesting.
the sender. It's the power that carries it too.
I know, and isn't it so interesting that the same words, like the words in Hebrew, translated to ours, can have different meaning. They could be technically the exact same word, but they can have two completely different meanings.
So I think is that because English has more specificity, or is that just because?
I think it's just because it's because one word in Hebrew could mean a million things.
And also,
that-
English is a very bland language.
Yes,
Like,
it is.
bland?
So
It
here's
is
what I'm
very
saying.
bland. It's very
So, like,
straightforward.
Let's talk about English and Hebrew.
why is
like,
that bad?
Like love.
It's not,
In,
but-
in English could be multiple things, but then you have like agape and all these other different love words.
Like love words.
But they all mean different things. Like one of them is like between friends. One of them is like You would say
Like,
your wife or your husband.
They made actual different words for like different feelings that we would just associate with love.
It's like Spanish too, man. We say I love you in English, but we say te quiero, te amo, stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Well, you can say in English, "I care for you," like.
Yeah, but
It's like I want you.
That's what it is.
Yeah, that is what it is.
That's what just translating what you
That's
just
what it
said.
is. Yeah.
I know, and it's just so interesting. The Hebrew language is just crazy, and it is the OG language, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Hebrew?
I don't know.
I feel like
I don't know.
It's one of the OGs. Let's just say that
It's
one of-
old. I know
It's
it's
old.
old.
It's
I
very
know it's
old.
old.
Because I'm wondering, like, oh my
What did
gosh.
Adam speak?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Bro, but he was just
But we're just
telepathy,
we're
bro.
just so connected that they didn't even just speak to each other.
Because we don't know how it's gonna be in heaven. What if we don't? What if we don't need to speak language?
Dang, that's so interesting.
But they also said we're all nations, all like tongues and tribes.
So what if they
Nations.
spoke in tongues?
Wait, because
Heavenly languages?
like before that, like
Because
before.
Eden is like, they say it's like what heaven could look like, no?
Well, isn't like if we back to the tongues thing, like isn't like whenever we speak in tongues, it's just
Their
like
spirit?
it's a spirit, it's a
Yeah.
spiritual talk, and so if we're in heaven in like the spiritual area, wouldn't that
Yeah.
be?
I don't know.
I don't
language?
know. I have no idea.
But technically, like speaking in tongues here is like it's like just what God's saying to us. It's not like us like.
it's like the spirit praying
It's
for
a-
yourself
Yeah.
in a way
Yeah.
and
It's-
towards God. It's
mhm.
like it's a very strange thing. I don't
Yeah.
really grasp it, but some people say it's like it helps you because it know like the spirit knows what you need to be praying for. So when
Mhm.
you pray for like with tongues, it's like
You're praying.
you're praying what,
What
God
needs to be
what-
prayed.
Yeah, you're praying what needs to be prayed, but you don't
Mhm.
know what that is sometimes. I feel like a lot of times
And
I don't
sometimes
know.
you get and like and the more you do that, sometimes like if you pray enough in tongues, then you can like God will allow you to know what's being prayed over. He'll be
Mhm.
like, and then a thought will come in your brain, and like be like, oh, is that what I was talking about? I don't know, but I'm a pray about
Yeah,
that.
some
you know?
people have like discernment to but then again, there are some out there, not gonna call out names, but there are some out there that say that, oh, I can understand tongues, and then they say something, I'm like, you don't know.
It's because
You
again,
don't know.
remember, wasn't that? Oh my gosh, it was in a sermon that I listened to. I think it was. I don't remember, but talking about that how if someone came up and was trying to like, there was this one person who was speaking in tongues over and over and over again, the same thing over and over again, and they're asking like, okay, we think someone needs to be able to like tell us what this is, and so they were like, and then a bunch of people came up saying like, they'd be like, okay, well, I think she's saying, well, this, and like they'd start it. And then they'd start it like in like a person like, oh, I think they're saying, oh, I pray for like I pray like and then the person who was there would be like, nope, that's not right, because it needs to be like a kind of more like of a word from God, kind of almost like a word from God being like, this is gonna happen. This is like more of like a powerful type of thing that's coming straight from them, and you could be able to tell like the difference with who's like saying what. I don't really remember exactly what it was, but I just remember that very well.
Is that low?
What was that? Did it stop? Does it start recording?
Oh, we just started. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Commercial break.
What
Yeah.
happened?
I don't know.
Just beeped for fun.
It just beeped. We were
It was
randomly.
enjoying.
Yeah.
Okay.
It zoned out for a bit and then came back.
Sorry.
Where are we going, Brian?
Why am I the conductor?
Like,
Why
what's
am I
what's the difference between
'Cause you-
spiritual language and the words I'm using right now?
Well, we're in like that's because the spiritual language is from God,
Right.
kind of. But we can like also have like like words that come from God, but we just be saying them in our language here, worldly.
Yeah.
Because I don't.
Makes sense.
That's a good question.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's messages from God to the spirit go to the soul, our minds, and then come out through creation, our mouths.
They're all connected, bro. They're all connected. It doesn't work. It
we
doesn't
need
work.
to
if
have
we're
to do
separate.
one.
We're gonna have to go back
Dude,
to
I was
talk about the
talk
three
about this
realities.
because
Yeah.
they're not gonna get what.
I think they get it. I don't think it's that complicated.
Yeah,
You think
it's
it's that
just- it's
complicated?
just
I
like-
don't know, but
They're
I
probably
feel
just
like it's
like.
out of context.
I think
We'll
yeah. I
discuss
feel
it
like if
later.
you
using the
say that,
words-
people could think that you're like talking like about a Marvel movie
Yeah,
or something
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, we're
So
not
I
talking about
think-
Marvel. We're talking about the real
or
world.
DC, you know.
We're talking about the realities we live in right
Not the
now.
multiverse.
Our
We're talking about
reality.
right now.
Our reality, the real reality.
How do you explain that?
We'd have to figure it out.
But which one is more real?
No, because like
Stop.
Am I more my body or my mind?
No,
or
that's
my
the thing.
spirit?
We're
No, that's the
all of
thing.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. We
We're
are
all,
You have to
all at the
be.
same
You have to
time.
be.
All be.
The lowercase b again.
No capital.
No,
I'll
he's
put-
capital. We're lowercase.
No, but we can't be capital. through him.
No, because that just makes
'Cause
us
we
seem
would
like
be
we're
a
on the same
proper
level.
noun.
as him.
No, we're not. They're not the same.
He's the big B at the beginning of the sentence, and we're the
Because he was
proper
there
nouns.
at the beginning, so he gets
there.
the
So we're the
capital
second-
Yeah,
letter.
but what if we get our proper nouns through him?
Is that
Well,
what
I
are
don't
we
know.
we talking about
Language.
pronouns?
We're all like,
We're talking about pronouns?
they're all like, see, this is what it's
I'm
gonna be like.
BB, capital B, lowercase b.
Stop.
That's how I got it.
Okay.
No, that's not what this is.
Let's be
That's not
productive
what
again.
this
You
is.
think?
Welcome to
Okay.
Milkin It.
I know. Like,
Okay.
I show you how much we milk.
Okay, so emotions. We said we're gonna do emotions
Okay,
eventually.
let's go to emotions. Let's go to
Good
emotions.
emotions. We need to
I
get
mean,
out of
emotions
language.
and language do kind of connect though. 'Cause
Yeah.
we were
Yeah.
talking about it last week. How you were saying, well, right now too, how like I feel one way, but it's not until I say it, I feel it.
He just said that right now.
I know what I'm saying, but that's what I said. Like
Yeah.
we also just talked about it right now. What are emotions? Like
Well,
I came to a very simple and basic conclusion.
Oh, y'all
came with
thought about
notes.
this. I didn't come with notes.
I came
No,
in.
bro, I was
kinda-
this whole week. I had literally like, I just work. Like I'm kind of just alone at work, so I'm just like thinking in my head, just pondering.
Emotions.
That's a good. That's a
Yeah.
good.
That's good. That sounds good though.
Yeah.
Man, I really
And then,
didn't.
bro,
I
I've
feel
been listening
prepared.
to like podcasts, and I get like my brain gets going. It's
All right.
fun.
All right.
But
Enlighten us.
What are emotions?
so ultimately, wait, okay. Let me see if I wrote this right. Okay, so where was I? Y'all can talk for a little bit until I. I think my words
Okay,
out.
what do you think? What do you think emotions are, Arturo?
Emotions.
How would you describe emotions?
Don't give examples because that's not a
No,
definition.
Yeah,
just
I'm trying to think of,
definition,
I'm
like
trying to think of like a
definition.
definition.
I just realized mine's really simple, so don't expect a lot, but expect something good.
Okay. Okay. Maybe. What if we have to like
Wait,
destroy
hold on.
it?
Is that what you? Is that what your definition was?
That's what you think
Or-
emotions is? Don't expect a lot.
Or is that what you were about to say to prepare us to get ready for what you're gonna say?
Wait, what'd you say?
Bro, just go.
Okay,
Just
so-
say it.
We have to be
So,
productive.
what is a feeling, right?
Uh huh.
It's something you experience, right?
Uh huh.
Feeling or emotion?
Both.
Okay.
No.
Wait.
Feeling and emotion
So
are
right
tied.
now, let's say they're the same.
Yeah,
right
no,
now, let's
we'll
say they're the
split it
same.
later.
According to
We'll
Google,
split
they're the
it a
same.
little bit.
But Google defines things in a loop.
Yeah, you're right.
But technically, yeah. Okay, so basically, feelings. You experience feelings, right?
Yes.
What's experience? Right?
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Okay.
Experience is to be part of a moment, right?
Uh huh.
Okay.
What's a
And so
moment?
these feelings, exactly. We're getting there. We're getting there. So feelings are an experience, right?
Uh-huh.
And this has to go with like other topics that we're going to talk about.
Okay.
So it combines them all.
Okay.
And so you experience feelings, right?
Yes.
And experience is to be part of a moment, right?
Uh huh.
Mhm.
What is a moment? A moment is a picture.
Uh
It's
huh.
an image.
What's a picture?
And then what did I write here? So basically, these feelings, if a moment is just a picture, and you experience the picture, and feelings help you experience the picture, it's just they're just colors. in a painting.
Okay, no, we're not going there.
You know what? I can understand that.
It's depth in the
We're
painting.
not going that way.
I've heard people can like they see like things in colors.
No. Okay,
kinda
so
makes sense.
God
No,
sees
people
everything.
hear words and colors. You know
There we
that.
go.
People hear words and colors. That's an actual thing.
Yeah, but
Like
if
if
they're-
I-
Hear
they can
what does
hear
green
words and
sound like?
colors.
or like in like shapes too. Yeah, see,
Oh,
sorry.
sorry.
Pardon.
Thank you for the correction, Valerie.
No. Okay, so God created the creation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
And so basically, what he wants us to experience it, right? So these feelings allow us to experience them.
Okay. So
Okay.
it's like you're telling me if I'm like what is it useful for? Like it's useful for understanding things.
Yeah. This is what feelings are for, not necessarily
What
what
it is.
is.
Okay. That's what we're asking.
Okay,
Is
I feel like most things we're not going to figure out what they are.
No, but that's what I'm
No, for
saying.
sure not.
It's just a color. It's just a color in God's
Being real
painting for
metaphorical
us.
and poetic, and
Yeah.
I get it. I get what you're
Here's the thing.
saying.
Here's the people say like blue is calming, green is whatever.
Or like they can see like oh my gosh, this person that I saw on the video, she has like these like little like things that she can like plug into her ears, and she like connects them to her mind. And whenever she hears a name, like there's like fireworks in her head, like you can see different
I've
shapes.
seen this video.
And like, or she eats something, there's like colors and like stripes and stuff like that. Like
Oh.
actually, that actually happens. Like, and she can physically see that, and that
Or
happens.
like in Ratatouille when he's eating the strawberries and the cheese.
Yes.
Wait, now that I'm thinking about this. So that
It's just
means-
colors, dog.
So
it's all
where's the
colors.
feeling? Is the
No, no.
feeling in ourselves or is there feeling in the moment?
Okay.
Yes.
Let's deep.
Yeah, like
let's
like
milk it.
Pastor Elliot would say.
Like,
Yes.
Is the thing I'm experiencing, is that what's sad or am I the sad one?
No. Okay.
Both.
So
Like, where's it start?
where does it start?
Do I
Okay.
become sad so I can understand it?
So
Or
God
is it
created
sad
creation-
so
I
then
think
No,
the-
no,
I
no.
think the
You
moment
become
is-
sad.
I think the moment
You
is
be-
sad, and you become sad with the
No,
moment.
no, because I think if the moment's sad and like it could be sad for someone, but it could be happy for something. So it all comes down to the person.
Dark humor.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Okay, or it could be like funny to one person, and like it could be like it can make someone else angry. Like it comes down to the person and their
So you-
experiences that they've had and their perception of that thing.
Okay.
So
It
you
comes to like
choose-
perception, like
Yeah. It's basically like this is what I wrote.
And there's also feelings that God gives us that we're supposed to feel for certain things. Like if we see like a person, like an animal, like an animal, like that's like homeless, like a pet, like a cat that's like doesn't have a home and they're living on the streets, stuff like that. Like we're like it's like wired into us for us to feel sad. Like we see deforestation, we're like, oh, that makes us feel a little sad, And like that's what we're supposed to like. That's God put that in us, That those
I get what you're
certain
saying.
those certain feelings for certain things that are going on in the world, like anger for like someone cheating on someone else, like that makes people angry or like something like that, Those emotions were put in us by God, like those were wired that way,
Valerie.
Do y'all have to see something to feel things? Because I thought like your thoughts is what makes you like have emotions and feel feelings. Because if you're alone with your thoughts, you can make yourself sad. You can make yourself be sick.
I think it's because you try to. Okay, what she said was, how can someone kind of go through like feelings by themselves without experiencing a certain moment? What I'd say is they
Wait, what?
experience it in their memory.
Wait, is that what she said?
I'm kind of like paraphrasing it.
Kind of like, because y'all keep saying
'Cause it's like-
being in a moment, being somewhere. Like, what if you're not anywhere?
Because we were talking about this earlier.
Well, your
how-
thoughts
how-
could be a moment, Like she's saying, if we're talking about how like we're like being in a moment, and in that moment it makes you feel this, feel that. But I feel like your thoughts could even be your own moment. It could
That's
be
true.
the thought can be a moment. Like when you think of something and you're in your brain by yourself, that's a moment right there.
You took
You
a
know?
picture of that moment.
No, that's the thing. Like we experience it, and experiencing it is the moment.
and the moment
I think
creates
Yeah.
the feeling.
I feel like it all comes down to
We're not
perception.
saying, we're not
opposite.
saying the moment creates feeling. We're saying we create the feeling to understand
sorry,
it.
yeah. We
Yeah,
create the
no,
feeling.
Yeah.
No, this is
And
what
the-
I wrote. So, where was I? Okay. Experience means to be part of a moment, right? Moment is a picture, and God's ultimate creation or picture is to be part of. To experience is to be part of the painting.
Okay.
So technically, we don't know we're part of the painting until we experience it.
Okay.
Creation is a painting.
Creation is a painting.
Okay.
That's weird. So I guess like to refute our point, you'd have to figure out like a way to feel an emotion without experiencing anything.
Huh?
Can we say that again?
One more time.
So if say I'm outside of this conversation.
Oh wait,
I'm
no,
trying
I
to,
got
like-
what you meant.
I'm trying to
got it.
attack
I
this
didn't.
idea. Like that's what I would say. I would say, is there a time where I can feel something without experiencing something?
I don't think so.
Well, you're experiencing it
Maybe
as you're feeling
empathy?
it.
I think
Yeah,
you're,
yeah.
Empathy or
Like,
something like that?
I mean, like if we watch a movie,
no, because
We're
we're,
not in that
experiencing
movie.
empathy. Like, what do you mean? Give me an example of empathy.
Because I'm not experiencing it for myself.
But you're experiencing them experiencing it though. So you see
Yeah.
that, and that makes you be like, oh, you know?
Experiencing experience. That's
You can do
someone
that.
else's
like
experience.
secondhand experience.
Secondhand experience. Okay.
Like two
Yeah.
pictures.
Well, no.
yes, no,
If you see someone get shot, you're not gonna feel like.
But you were in.
That's true.
no. But you feel
But you
empathy for them
experiencing,
though.
you're
No, but you-
experiencing
no,
them
you're
getting
definitely
shot.
feeling
Yeah, no,
a
but that's what he was
different feeling.
asking. He was asking about
You're feeling
empathy.
a different feeling. It's not that you feel that they got shot. You're feeling that, oh my gosh, someone was shot in front of me.
That's the picture.
we didn't say what you said, so they're all gonna be like, what?
Doesn't matter. Let them stay in the dark for that one.
Keep them pondering.
Keep them wondering.
So
But
funny.
I feel like that's weird though.
I'm gonna
Because
stay here for
I
like
feel
hours,
like
dog.
if we say that emotion starts within ourselves, it's like, does that mean anything in and of itself is a certain way?
I think it, but honestly, thinking about it, I think it kind of comes down to consciousness, like our conscience
Mhm.
that's given to us from God. And so with that conscience, like when and like certain like morals that we get from God, that changes how we feel certain things. Like something that I could have been doing before with my friends, like when I wasn't so close to God, could have made me feel like fun, like, oh, this is fun, this is cool. Like I genuinely think this is a cool moment, right? But me looking back on it now that I'm closer to God and I like change my my opinions and views with God, that my feelings towards that moment and towards what I was doing is different. You know?
Wait,
The
say it again, say it
language
again.
thing, bro. Remember that? We're going right back to the Adam thing, bro. So to see it for what it really is, to feel how we're supposed to feel about it, like what it is in and of itself, we have to be with God.
Yeah, we have to be
We
in
have
the
to create
truth.
To have
right
true
emotion.
right to have right emotions, we have to be with God. If we were not with him, we
What are
could
wrong
possibly do it.
emotions?
Well, like as if like
You're beating someone up and you like it.
yeah, that feeling of it.
Hmm.
Like sociopaths, like they like actually killing. They
That's
like
because they're
enjoy
not in
that.
line with their three.
That's what I'm saying. So
Or
we
the
have to
truth,
be in
like
line with
the
in line.
absolute
The
truth.
absolute
Yeah.
truth, yeah.
We have to be in line with
Because
God.
everybody says this is my truth. That's just an opinion.
Exactly.
true.
What's
That's
the
just-
actual
yeah,
truth?
You're right. It's just a poetic way of saying my
'Cause
opinion.
That's my
Because
opinion.
if you say truth, like this is my truth, then you're just making the word, like you're watering the word down. You're making it less powerful than it actually is.
Language.
And I think it's a point of pride, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When you
Yes.
think
100%.
you know what's going up, like you don't know what's going on, dog. You don't know.
And like that certain thing, like what we're thinking and our opinions and stuff like that, that affects our feelings. That affects and that's like the root of our feelings. You know, like our opinions and what we believe and who we believe in, and that affects our emotions and feelings for other things, for certain things that we're reacting to or experiencing.
Jesus is the answer. It's
Always.
Always the answer.
Jesus is
Always.
the answer. You should
But-
know him, and you will know all else. Kind of, sort of.
So-
Not
so-
really.
so
we'll know
don't know.
as
We
much
gotta
as
get
we
to know.
could.
Oh, we do got it. Or we
we
can leave it
already-
for next time. No, but what we're saying is that once we know the truth, right?
Truth set you free.
The truth will set you free.
true.
So
Yeah,
when you
it's
know,
true.
you become out of the picture and you get to see what God sees.
You see
Well-
the bigger picture.
The truth.
Exactly.
He lets you see the bigger picture.
Yeah, because He wants us to see.
So we know the truth, which changes the way our language, which also changes the perspective of our emotions. So it's like you were saying, like sociopaths and stuff like that. It's like because they don't know the truth, their language is shifted one way versus one that knows the truth. Their language could be shifted another way, but the feelings that they feel over a certain situation could be like, oh, this is what I like, and this person would be like,
Wait,
this is what I like.
So do you think you could say to know is to be true? Because think about it, like
No, maybe to know, like to really know, you have to know the truth. Is that
And
what
the
you're
truth
saying?
is God.
yeah,
So-
no, but like, oh, what was I gonna say?
Do you want to put a pin in it? Maybe?
Wait. Let me say this first.
Bro,
Okay,
is
so you
that
can
the-
you can think about it.
It was
Wait,
in my head
okay,
the whole
okay.
conversation.
Wait, okay. Like so, back to what we were saying, like how like sociopaths, but like we also have to be aware that like we're built in a certain way. All of us,
Oh.
God built us in a certain way with a consciousness. Again, like what I'm saying, like a conscience.
You mean, yeah, okay.
And so like obviously like someone who doesn't know like the Lord, they see like a bird that got ran over, they're gonna be like, oh, that's sad, and like obviously like that's like, but that comes from God. That's still like we're rooted in a certain way, and sometimes feelings can come from like, since we're born into this world that's like full of sin, we're born into a broken world, so that can affect like our neurons and stuff like that, and that affects our feelings as well. Because like sociopaths sometimes like, and obviously like if they were to come to know Christ, God could heal them, obviously, but like sometimes they're like they came into the world and their neurons were wired a certain way where they cannot physically be able to feel like saddened about something, or like and so they just to be aware about that too.
Before you forget.
Yeah.
No, yeah. So to know, I think to know is to be in line with truth. Because I saw this thing, it was like, if you aren't excited about the Bible, you probably don't know it. And if you know it, you'll be excited. It will position your emotions.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I'm ready for my question, bro. You ready for the question?
Yeah.
The big question? The big knowledge question?
Got you.
What is known?
What can be known with absolute certainty?
What can be known?
Oh well, who like?
That Jesus is Lord.
Yeah, I think something like things
No,
like
no,
that.
no.
Okay, wait, okay.
What can be known
With absolute-
no doubt? With
no doubt.
absolutely
Oh, yeah,
no
yeah.
doubt.
Something
God is
something
Lord.
created.
Well, that's different. That's faith.
Really?
I think
'Cause
it's
I
faith.
feel like-
I think there's,
I
there's a
think-
difference between the two.
Yeah, wait.
Because
What is being sure? Because faith is being sure.
What can we be 100% sure about? No doubt ever in our mind.
Well, isn't that what
well,
faith
if
is?
you're gonna
Faith
say
is being
sure,
sure.
yeah, faith is being sure, being like, okay, I know. Like this is like it's like a different thing. Like whenever, it's like a different thing where like I believe, and then there's like a different like I know. Because once we come to know God more, like the beginning part of our walk with God should be I believe, and then we should eventually try our best to go to I know. You know, that's what we're striving for the whole time.
We find the truth and then we
we
Know it.
learn. We learn and we try our best to know the truth.
you find the treasure and then you use it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So where were you going with this?
I was going in a way different direction.
Really? Which way were you going?
Please share.
Explain.
Like, how can we know anything? Like, I'm not saying like maybe perhaps in a spiritual sense or in like a faith
But like in
based
a,
sense, but like in a no, like let's say
Like, how do I know
like
this?
maybe it's like the question's like the Matrix question. Like, how do we
Yeah,
know we're
yeah.
not brains and vats? How do we know anything? Like the
how
truth
do we
about
know
anything.
the world isn't
Well,
flat?
to know is to realize you don't know.
Like to know is realize you don't know. Like what does it mean to
I
know?
think that's the
what
absolute.
can we know?
I think that's the absolute thing is that we don't know.
So that becomes an
I
absolute-
don't know
we're
because
just-
I
we're
think
just-
because I think God
that's a
allows us to know
contradiction.
Yeah.
some certain things. Like
So
we're not
if
like
you
we're
know
not like
that you
dumb.
don't know,
You know?
You know something.
So,
That's a contradiction.
wait, go say it again. Say it
Wow,
again.
that is
If
true.
you
Oh my
know,
gosh, that
if you
is-
know you know nothing,
Then
that's,
you know
that's a
that.
contradiction. You know
You know
that.
that.
Right.
It's
It's
contradicting
like
yourself.
saying, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like the people who say like
Not like saying,
it's the
yeah.
people who say it's like all truth is subjective, but you just said an objective truth you believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Oh, I don't know. Well, truth.
Well,
Okay.
Jesus is truth.
Like one thing we know, yeah, we know that. We know that. Like it's because like you're trying to say like, well, or if you want to do like more like a sense like,
Huh.
it's because it can be you can sway in certain ways. Hi, Val, she's back. You can sway in certain things like I can be like, oh, well, I know my dad's my dad. You know, like I know that.
How
You
do
can,
you
and that's what I was gonna say.
know?
Like, how do you know?
how do you know?
Well, I know because I think it is all. Like you're probably trying to stray away. If it was about like, bro, this all comes back to God because I have to trust in Him. I have to trust that I know that.
That's the thing.
So
we're
maybe
we're
that,
just like
that
a,
is what we're getting at. That almost everything requires faith. Everything.
Everything does to be
Yeah.
able to believe in those things and to believe that my father is
Believe
my father.
anything, really.
But even to believe science, like we have to believe in God because you can you can if you don't
Bro,
have
math.
like a creator or
Is
something.
1 + 1.
oh, wait, no, but that's a good question.
Yeah.
And where did two come from?
Well, if you
Does
have,
1
if you
+
have,
1
if you
equal
have one
2?
stick and one stick, that's 2 sticks, right?
But why was it called two sticks? Back again, language. Why is it called two sticks?
No, but okay, so 1 + 1 = 2.
Right. 2 + 2 = 4.
Yeah. Okay. So
But why?
yeah, how do we? I guess you could know that. But what if?
But what if someone says no? It's actually 5.
I
But
don't-
that's their truth.
Oh no, it's
So-
not
so
true.
we think-
Opinion,
so we think
opinion,
math can
opinion.
be-
Exactly.
So math can be something perfectly knowable. Like there
I
is no
think it's-
flaw
I
in
think
math.
it's-
We can know it
I think
completely.
it's
totally.
perfectly knowable because of,
there's flaws in math.
I think
though.
it's there's I think okay, it's gonna sound like kind of stupid, but I think there's flaw in like our math, but there's no flaw in God's math. Because I know if he was doing all those equations, because they even in my math class they'd be like, we don't have it all figured out now, but this is the closest we've gotten to like what it and like
Exactly.
it's like they don't know no.
Well,
you
it's
know?
like saying it's because math is like language in a way.
Yeah.
Like
I've heard
the
people
symbols,
say
like
it-
the symbols don't really have any meaning in and of themselves.
But we give them meaning.
give
Give
them
them meaning.
Oh my god.
to describe something that maybe perhaps is like maybe not in this, but it's like in a weird sort of reality. I don't know where it is. Maybe it is in the physical.
No, I've heard people say math is the language of science.
Huh?
Think about
Yeah,
it.
I've heard math is the language of God. I've heard that one actually.
Really?
Well, science
Yeah.
Why?
all combined leads to
I need
God.
to show you guys a video
Everything
about
goes to
this whole
God.
math. This like it's I forgot what it's like God's equation, but it's like this crazy equation that can when you put it on a map or on a grid, it has these weird designs, and it's like It's crazy. I gotta show you guys now that we're on topic of math.
Okay.
But what does it mean to know?
Math. Okay, so yeah. So what can we? Okay, it seems like we can know math with absolute certainty.
Can we?
Why?
Well, can
Why?
we?
Can we?
Because what
Can.
if they do?
Or maybe it's something we invented, and that's why we can know it completely. Like we can know it with absolute certainty.
I don't know
But do
because
we know it completely?
sometimes the
'Cause we don't know.
equations change though. They're like, oh, because like back then the equations that they used for the 80s isn't equations that they use now.
Like, do kids still use
Equations that they
Pythagorean
taught
theorem?
my dad to do isn't stuff that they teach me to do now. It's always changing.
But if it's like the right way, wouldn't there like the same like different equations get you the same answer? Yeah, I think that's
It's
it. There's
'cause
multiple
but
ways to get the same
sometimes, like,
outcome.
for
Why can't we
certain
just have
things,
one
like-
way to get the same outcome.
But like certain like
Maybe there's
again,
easier ways, and
okay,
that's
look,
why.
look at it like this, like the rocket. When they first sent the rocket, they used a bunch of math, right?
What rocket?
And they to the moon.
Uh,
Sorry, I should have specified. So when they were trying to send the rocket to the moon, their math equations were wrong. They did math the wrong way. They came down to it the wrong way. Until they finally got it right, technically, and now they know. But before, what they thought they knew was wrong.
so to know is
I think it's
is
because
true.
they knew what they didn't know.
Huh?
I think they knew they were wrong,
Well,
right?
how do you know if you don't know?
No, because they actually sent a person up and he didn't make it.
I think you can know that you don't know, but you don't know what you don't know.
Because like whenever no, oh my god, oh my goodness, the way it's just oh my gosh, this is so funny. Because I was like, they're probably not gonna get it, but I understood every single thing that you just said, like right now. Like
Did you get
literally,
it?
I got it exactly what you said.
She gets what I'm saying. She gets it.
I know, but that's why I was laughing because like there's probably gonna be someone like, huh?
But yeah,
Okay.
That's funny.
but I think there's one thing I know. One thing I know with absolute certainty.
What?
He's king.
Yeah.
Okay. But something I like know absolutely, completely, totally.
Uh-huh.
And I'm stealing this from some famous French guy from
Okay.
like a long time ago. I know that I'm thinking.
You know that you're thinking?
I know that I'm thinking right now.
How do you know that? What if
what if it's a
you're not?
multitasking? Because like
doubting,
you know, some people.
doubting is a form of thinking. So if I'm doubting, if I'm thinking about thinking. That's a
But what if
contradiction.
what if it's not thinking? What if it's speaking in your head?
I think that's thinking. That's thinking, isn't it?
But
Speaking
what
in
if
your head?
what if they mean different things though for certain people? See, like I'm just trying to show you.
let's define
I'm trying to
thinking.
pull at it.
Define thinking.
Does the
then.
brain
You
think?
define
Wait,
thinking.
no,
Define
we already
thinking.
we defined that last time when we were talking about what it's an idea.
That's a soul.
It's a
It's all reality.
It all
It's a
comes from
thought.
God.
It's a thought.
It's a color in the soul.
Wait, color? Okay.
Yeah, look, think about it. Creation is just
Back
a
to the
painting.
color.
Creation is just a painting, right? There's a bunch of colors in it.
Oh, really? Really?
I think this poetic way is not gonna get us. I mean, I like that it's poetic and it's beautiful. But I don't think it's gonna get us anywhere. Bro.
Well, I think it might be time to wrap up.
Really?
No, but but I know I'm thinking.
You know
Maybe
you're
we'll start with
thinking.
that next time. I know I'm thinking.
You know you're thinking.
That's something I can know with 100%
But
certainty.
what if it's like a multitasking? Because like you know when people say you multitask, but you just stop doing one and do the other.
Yeah.
I've done that.
So what if you're not knowing, but you're just doing thinking, and then you do the no?
let's say this for next time. Maybe this is what we're gonna start up next time.
What is to know?
Something we
Like I know that
a
I'm
no
thinking. And
again?
I know that I'm thinking. I know that I'm thinking. How about that?
something we all know right now is that
To
we
know
all
God is
went,
to love God.
We all dove very deep into this conversation
And we thought.
went nowhere, but we
Exactly.
went somewhere.
We milked it.
Because
For
milk is
sure.
consumed, and what's the word?
What?
Excrete it out. I don't
Yeah.
know.
We what?
Excrete it.
It goes through our body.
Okay, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
And we deposited
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. These people are gonna
We
think
get the
we're
rock
weirdos.
and put it somewhere else.
in the kidney.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
How
done.
about that? Next time we start with I know that I'm thinking, and what can we get from that?
Okay, we'll go from there.
And
see
we also
what-
have to do the 3 dimensions because they're gonna
Oh
be
yeah,
like,
yeah. We should probably
if
start
we're
with
gonna
that.
like bring that up more, then you're gonna have to
Because do you
explain
think
that.
to know is different in each reality?
No, because God's in
I
each
don't
reality.
know, bro.
Exactly.
I don't think so, because God's in each reality, and so he is to know.
No, but only the Father knows.
Exactly.
knows
So
the
he
Father.
is to know. So and he's in every reality. So yeah, it's the
I
same.
get, it's just, cause
But like you know how your spirit can do things without you
It's
knowing.
no with a capital K.
That's him.
But I'm talking
Yeah.
about no
Right.
with the
But
lowercase.
it's still the same no. It's
No, but I'm
guess.
I think
Yeah.
no God is like no with a capital K.
that's what I'm saying.
But I'm not talking
he's
about
a- he's asking for
I'm not
lowercase
talking
K.
with no with a capital. I'm
Lowercase?
talking with no with a lowercase
But
K.
we can't have lowercase k without uppercase k. Because where it wouldn't have come from anything.
That's what a lot of people think, though.
And why do they think that?
Because they don't know the truth.
And why don't they know the truth?
Because they're not in the right language.
And because of what? And what is it? You know where it's going. You know where it's going. Why don't they know the truth? They don't know who. They don't know what.
They don't know him.
Yeah. I'm telling you, it all comes back. It's,
Okay, I want to start with lowercase k right now. But
Okay,
well,
no,
maybe.
not right now. Next week.
We don't even know
Or
what
next
it
time.
is.
how do we start with it if we don't know what
You know
it
what I noticed? We
We know how to start with
we
capital
defined
K.
how to get to it.
Yeah, capital K is no Jesus, but lowercase k, what is lowercase k?
What is to know? What?
Oh.
To experience.
To experience reality?
Yeah, and to
To-
experience
to-
is
the
a
thing
moment,
is-
and a moment is a
The thing
picture.
is, it's weird. You can know something, but not know it.
Wait, you can know something and not know it?
You can know something and not know it. I was talking to
Huh?
to.
That's not.
Should I
I don't
say
think.
names? People's
Do you
names? I can't say-
really
can I
know
say-
it if you
No, I'm not
don't
saying
know
names
it?
right now.
Okay, so I have a friend and I know them, right?
But you don't know them.
No, but see, they had drank like
Oh my
like
god.
30 something fluid ounces of like coffee that day. It's like, you know that's bad for you, right?
Mhm.
It's like, I know, but it's like, no, you don't know because you
Yes.
act like you don't know. You
Well,
No,
just
yeah,
but you
because to
still
know
know.
is to live in truth.
No, if you still know, like then, like if you still know that
But
makes
I
it what
think
you're
that-
doing worse. You still
I feel like
know
that's
it
just
though.
being arrogant or like.
Yeah, that's
just-
not. That's you
or
still. You still know
ignorant-
it.
Ignorant of the truth. Like
but,
knowing
what-
that.
but does it matter if you know, but you don't apply it? Does that even matter anymore? It's like
Those
it
people are
doesn't
worse
matter.
than unbelievers. People who know and don't do.
That's what I'm saying. That's
Because
just from the Bible.
is knowledge
Oh,
more?
because to have knowledge is to, if you
To
think
do-
about it, is to be outside of creation, right?
Huh?
To know is to be outside. Because if this table doesn't know what it is, so it's not outside of its creation.
So you
But the
have-
fact that we get to experience, God wants us to know, so He wants us to experience His creation with Him. He doesn't just want us to experience it by Himself. So to know,
The silence is crazy.
where we're going.
I don't know. No,
Sometimes I feel like my brain works, but it doesn't.
no.
I don't think it's.
To know is to make choices. Whether you're talking about your capital.
No, because you know
No,
the
capital
choices.
K, no, is to know God.
It's
That we
because
know
if
that.
you,
We're talking about
she's
lowercase
saying
k.
to know is choices, but like you know your choices though. How do you
Exactly, you have to make those choices.
exactly? You know your choices, so you can't use that to define what you're doing. Like you know. No, it's an animal with four.
Dang, that's
Is it
Is
crazy.
it time? Is Tim done yet?
I already saw people
It's
walking
an
around.
hour.
Okay, let's go. All right.
All right.
We gotta
We are
go.
wrapping up
Can
this.
I just like say like a goodbye thing?
Yeah.
Okay, none of us know anything. None
Yeah.
of us have a
No.
degree in any of this stuff.
Not one thing.
I
I'm
watch
17,
YouTube
just so you know.
videos. I watch YouTube videos. I've
Wait, we
read.
should say our age because so they can understand. I'm
No.
17. He's 18.
now. Too late now.
Say your age,
My
Sebastian.
age?
Yeah.
So they
Well,
can
what does
get
this
where we're talking from.
He's 19.
He's 19.
He's
No.
no, he's
18.
18.
He's 18. I'm 22.
I'm 28.
So you can get the
our audience is
language.
20.
No, she's gonna be 20
30
in
and above.
January.
She's gonna be 20 next week. Next
Oh,
year.
our audience.
She's 19. Okay.
I think
Wow.
the
So we
people
know
who listen-
nothing.
Yeah, we know nothing.
I-
That's what we do know. We
I
do, that we
read
don't
some-
know.
We,
Yeah,
we do
we're
know
just
that we don't
exercising
know
some
nothing,
brains.
but
Psychology,
we
philosophy,
can't
that's
just
it.
can't say that we can't say that we don't know nothing because we know that we know nothing.
But that means.
Well, we know Jesus.
that means that we know
That's a
something.
contradiction.
That
The
means
only,
that we know
the only thing we know is Jesus. Oh, but
We know by faith.
stop
we
it.
know by
Okay,
faith.
okay. Let's end it here. Let's end it here.
Know by faith.
We gotta
Okay. So
Know by faith.
final statement. Final
It's your
statement.
fault.
That isn't knowing by like.
The final
scientific
statement
evidence.
is
We know
we
by
know
faith.
by faith. We know.
Wait.
We know
Final
by
statement.
faith.
Final statement. Okay, the reason of this podcast is just to exercise our brains and to think we know.
You can call us stupid in the comments. It's okay. We know we are. We know.
Yeah.
We know it's okay. It's
We just-
okay.
we just-
And you can also tell us things to talk about, or like what you thought, your thoughts on what we're talking about as well.
If this episode ever comes
Yeah,
out.
for real.
If it does, I don't know if it will.
Probably will.
Okay.
All right.
Dang.
Goodbye.
Bye. Bye. Thank you,
Adios.
everybody.
Let's milk.
But
Let's milk.
we milk, trying to drink the milk. Okay.
Let's
Maybe we
drink.
should do that at the end of every podcast.
We give milk.
Oh, drinking milk every podcast.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Bye.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.